Show Part 3, Barack Obama versus lobbyists and special interest groups. People think I'm a left-wing liberal nut. Well, they're half right. I'm just a nut. With a dash of conservative. I do have some conservative values. You've heard me say that I like I don't like the death penalty, but we have to have it because there's some people who are just broken. You can't fix them, and they're admitted murderers. In fact, a lot of them want to be killed because they're going to kill again. Stuff like that makes me a conservative, I guess. Labels. We have to have labels. Actually, I would rather consider myself a human being. Close to it. When we label ourselves and each other, we beget resentment, hate, and war. A great business here in America, as you can see. We sold lots of weapons in the last 8 years to Saudi Arabia, Jordan, all of these Middle East people. Guess why? To keep fighting each other! Yes, there's lots of profit in war, hate, and devastation. What gets me is that you've got the bank, right? They're failing, that are taking your money and raising your interest rates. Yeah, with your bailout money that they use for lobbyists to ask for more money, okay? And then they go ahead and, never mind. Okay, that'll be in the next segment. As you can see, I cannot wait to get to that one. This is 1% of America who own 99% of America. 1% contains all of the wealth in America. In 1% of America's wealth, 99% is put into 1%. Huge corporations that specialize in professional bribery, called lobbying firms. These lobbying firms send lobbyists, professional bribery technicians as I call them, to our elected representatives and give them huge campaign contributions that we know of, and endless favors, facilities, businesses, corporations. We call this bribery. When you give something to a lawmaker in order to get something back, that's called bribery. Notice how we label something else. Lobbying. We don't call it bribery, we call it lobbying. Well, that's what Barack Obama is up against right now. He's going to have to get rid of all of these multi-billion-dollar bribery corporations that are embedded and own these congressmen. You notice the only way that he could get anything passed is to leave Washington? You can't do anything in there. It's owned by the lobbyists. Good luck, Mr. President. I'm behind you, 100,000%, if such a number exists. Isn't that? Anyway. Corruption. They trade shares of the firm's stock on the New York Stock Exchange. Lobbying firms trade their shares on the New York Stock Exchange, and they go very, very high versus the people I'm going to mention in our next segment here. And so greedmongers will say, he's a communist. He doesn't like the American system. The American system's crashed, you dumb shit. Well, people of France weren't communists when they took off the heads of Louis XVI and all of those wealthy bastards, and you had all the poor people like us. That's what we need. We need a national razor like France did in 1778. It just whop them all off. You can't even put them in jail. It's amazing. It caused so much war, so much poverty. It's always the same story. It's always this little group of people that send the whole country into war and keep them in poverty just so that they can suck up all the money. 9/11 in Iraq were great diversions versus what they were going to do. They still made lots of money off of that shit. Off of you. If you want to know where your money's at, it went up. It did not go down. Lobbyists are the cancers of our American government. It retards our progress as a nation. Obviously, look at the result. I hope and pray Barack Obama will be able to carry the people's will of honesty and integrity to regain our great and glorious country. I call my home the United States of America. To the snuff-festers and snuff-festoids, do not fear. Announcements. The servers will be up in a few weeks. A couple. Now I think it's maybe 2. we were down for maintenance. But we'll be back within a few weeks with new bot recruits. We have those new bot recruits. Here is the announcements. The new player roster for the Nations at War game. Holden Cox, Juana Reach Around, Curly Pubes, and Major Fuck Up. Welcome aboard, guys. You're gonna love playing with those guys, I'll tell you about that. All right, our segment, Dildos and Douchebags. Here we go. I'll be right back. Here we go. Whee! Okay, I'm back. GE, you're gonna love this. GE, General Motors, Chrysler, and Citigroup this week all fell below $10 a share. $10 a share. Can you believe this shit? These are huge fucking corporations. Oh, and Citigroup, get this, fell below $1. $1, that's penny stock. Citicorp, owned by a multi-billionaire sheikh in Dubai, is below $1. Wow. I know there's people out there listening who has more stock than these guys. They've had their third federal bailout. And they just keep giving them money. Why? You can't remove them when they own the politicians. Pure corruption. Pure corruption. Announcements before we close out. I want to say thank you for joining me from another web show. It's Davidson. Angelica, March 25th at the Women's Carousel, I think Carousel or Council. Excuse me, sorry, Angelica. Books with Feet Theater Company will be showing a piece called The Waltz. Be sure to join them for that. Wasn't that sweet? I want to thank all of you guys for joining me on that other web show with CJ Davidson. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Here in beautiful Los Angeles. Great day. I want to say, watch your step out there, people. They're not forgiving at all. And the more you save, the better you'll be. Stop borrowing, get with the program, start reading books. Oh, this show has been brought to you by Envision, Dr. Berg and Van Nuys, who gave me beautiful eyes back. Look at that, people, I can see now. No glasses, nothing. Y'all be cool now. Right on. Bye.